Welcome back, traders. What a day in the market today. Everybody's saying the same thing. Lots of short ATRs going on. Let's take a look at Dow. The Dow was up $66, S&P 13, NASDAQ $39. That is unheard of. It's been a long time since I've ever seen that, guys. As a matter of fact, I've never seen it that bad for an entire week and going on and on. I'm going to show you today what they're doing with the money, which is going to surprise us in the coming days. So you need to be ready for that big pop. The pop could be up, the pop could be down. And in the Dow Jones, the biggest winner was IBM. IBM, yes, I said IBM, right? Not exciting. I get it. Biggest winner in the S&P was Tesla, up 6.66%. Interesting, right? You don't see Nvidia there. We don't see Microsoft. We don't see any of the Mag 7 guys or the Mag 6 because they apparently kicked Tesla out. And the biggest winner in the NASDAQ, oh, wait a minute. I already said Tesla. Yes, Tesla. So Tesla led the NASDAQ 100. It led the S&P 500. Interesting, right? What is going on with this market? And when we look at the top news, guys, we have Nvidia and Nvidia. So the top stories for today, guys, continue to be Nvidia on everything they have going on. The market is going slow because they want to see what Nvidia's earnings are going to be. So to me, guys, this is the most important article here. Okay, Nvidia has a lot to prove, okay, as it reports its quarter earnings. That's because the stock has surged 91% since the beginning of the year, guys, okay, and it's up 200%. So a lot of people think that this revenue, if they hit this earning per share 5.34 and they hit almost 25 billion, they think that's already priced into this number and that number. So what does that mean? That means that potentially the stock is not going to fly, and it's got a lot of people a little concerned and they're holding back on investing. Now I want to show you guys something that they're not talking about in the articles, and let's look at the NASDAQ. Okay, so yesterday at close, okay, you can see that NASDAQ closed right around the 18,674 area. And in the after hours, guys, it dropped almost $85, and nobody's talking about that. Okay. Now, it did make a run back up today, which to me is concerning. Why is it falling so much? And then it has to make a run up. And just like the article said, okay, it went up, and we'll look at that little red candle that's right there. Okay, I'm gonna line that up. About $39, just like they showed in the article. Okay, it fell $85, and then it had to run all the way back up. Now, if you're an experienced trader and you caught it down here and you took it to the house all the way up here, guys, you were up about 120, which is nice. Okay, but what about for the day traders? The day traders are struggling with what's going on with the market. I'm going to show you what they are doing. Let's do the same for SPX. So SPX closed at about this area here, 53.08, and it fell at open $10. Okay, now during the day, if you jumped in here, which who's going to do that, right? Unless you have indicators that tell you that. Okay, and I'll show you that later. Now, this ran up $25, but if we look at what it really went up from yesterday's close, okay, we'll do that here, and it went up about $15. Okay. SPY, that's about $1.50. Okay, in one day. That's unheard of. So what's going on with these guys? All right, and all we have to do is look at the key stats. I'm gonna paint this out for you guys here. Okay, look at that. $33 million is what they traded today. Average 30 days, meaning this is what they do daily, 63 million. That didn't happen. They only did about half. This number here used to be 65 million, and at one point was about 70 million on the average volume. So why are they not trading as much? What could they be saving their money for? Interesting, correct? And last time they did that, guys, the market said boom. Okay, now let's take a look at one of the stocks, the top stock that is running this. Okay, check this out. So Microsoft had support. Okay, they've been bouncing off of that. They had a resistance there, resistance there, resistance there, and today, bam, a new all-time high. Okay, bam, new all-time high. Why is the news not talking about this? What is going on with the market? What is the plan for the market? So be careful, but I'm going to show you a few things that I think will help you. So now for me, there's only two lines that matter with Microsoft, guys, and that's this here. Okay, I'm not even going to call it resistance. I'm going to call it the money line, because this is what Microsoft is going to go after. Don't be surprised if Microsoft gets up to 450 by next week or the week after. Okay, and the other line that matters is this right here. This support is going to be super strong. Look at that wick. Okay, on the 4 hour, that is a solid support. Now we also have support down here in the 417 area, and we have another one down here around the 410. But this is the battle right here. Will they take this to the money line and keep going? Okay, I think they will. Let's take a look at what's going to help these guys get up there. And Microsoft will need the help from its sister Apple. Okay, Apple beat another resistance line. If you guys watched my previous videos, I showed you all the resistance Apple has had, and I continue to knock out the lines as Apple goes above them. Okay, two major resistance left before Apple goes for an all-time high above 200. Okay, if Apple continues up and people are loving on Apple with all the stuff they've had going on, now they're showing their new products. They have the new titanium Apple iPhone Pro, and people are starting to dig it. I could see this get to 196 with no problem. If it does that, Microsoft is going to get inspired, because Microsoft doesn't want to be the only one up there, guys. It wants to go with everybody. Okay, so Apple is on its way as well, and it's helping out Microsoft. Okay, in yesterday's video, I did talk about NVIDIA. It is in a rising channel, okay? And I said it was at the midline or getting close to the midline, and sure enough, it bounced off of it again, just like it's been showing some support in this area. And it is a nice uptrend for NVIDIA. Again, NVIDIA has earnings coming, and NVIDIA is going to try to get up above 1,000 from this point. Okay, now they have rated NVIDIA at 1160. Okay, that is what analysts are saying, that it could go to 1160. All right, so let's highlight this area. Let's check out what NVIDIA has to go through in order to continue up. Okay, we had some support here. Okay, this was nice today. It helped for entries. Okay, I got a little bit of NVIDIA on the way up. So we have that resistance line now is gone. This resistance now is gone. Okay, so NVIDIA only has 3 more lines that I feel is going to be a major resistance for it. So you can see that 958 has been previous resistance here, and it was a big one, because look at the size of that wick. Look at how much the bears pushed the price down. As a matter of fact, they pushed it down so much, they kept going and going and going and brought it all the way down to 918. Okay, what happens if we get to this area again and reject, guys? Okay, if you haven't taken any courses, I've got some courses on sale today. Okay, on sale for $99, guys. $99. You can't go wrong with this. Check it out. Okay, This is what we call a double top. Okay. You got one here, and then you have the next one here. Okay. Now, for my buddies out there that like to open their mouth after the market is closed, okay, they never tell you when the market is going to go up. They never tell you when the market is going to go down, but somehow they're experts after everything's happened, and you tell them this might happen, and they say, oh, you said, okay. Remember, if, remember that. If NVIDIA breaks this neckline here, okay, so we are talking if here, which is the same as here, okay, this number here, if guys, okay, before you start trolling in the comments again and I have to put you in your place again, okay, if it breaks that, NVIDIA will have a measured move down on the double top. It looks like this. Okay. So NVIDIA could make it to about 878, 879. That could happen tomorrow during earnings. Okay. Or after they report earnings. If they went down this much, you're looking at $73 move down. The implied move right now is 7.5% of the current stock price, which is about $75. So guess what? This could play out perfectly for earnings, okay? Which means that we had all the signs that was going to go down, and they were already going to short it anyways. Now, if they pop and everybody says NVIDIA to the moon, okay, you can see this measured move up here again, about another 75. We'll see 1026, 1030. Now, I'm not saying that the people on TV are correct, but they are. There is some analysts, guys, that I follow. And I'm going to tell you right now, those guys and gals, okay, they know their stuff very well. And every time they say something, I pay attention because this is what they're saying. If this pops in the aftermarket, they say, don't be surprised. By the time you wake up, this is getting dumped. Okay. So I personally am not going to play earnings. I love playing strangles on NVIDIA. Everything is super, super high as far as price and implied volatility. Once you get over 100%, it gets really risky. IV crush, guys. IV crush can really, really hurt your options. So if you're going to play, be careful. Okay. Even if it went in your direction, let's say it went up and stayed up. Okay. My experience shows, okay, you need to have at least a 50 delta, okay, to survive that IV crush, okay? Sometimes you might survive with a 35 and above, and if you survive with 25 and above, let me know. But I won't do that. I will do this, okay? So be careful, guys. So yes, of course, I'm going to cover Tesla, guys, okay? Very simple. What's going on with Tesla? Okay. Tesla was stuck in a consolidation box. Okay. And then it went down. Okay. How do you know how much Tesla was going to go down? Very simple. You take the average of this box here, guys. Okay. And then we say, this is how far I think it's going to go down. Oh, check that out. It filled that area perfectly. Okay. Now, I have that in my courses, $99. You're getting over 70% off on the courses, guys. You can't go wrong. $99. All right. Now you have a second consolidation box that Tesla was stuck in, going back and forth. If you bought right in here, you're a champ. Good job. Now you have to be careful because Tesla is in an old resistance area right in here. Okay. If it gets past that, you're going to see it make a run to 199. Okay. Not 190, not 195, 199. And after that, it could go further depending on those resistance levels. IF, okay, for you little comments kings. If, okay, we got to break out of this here first, okay, then it'll make a run to 199. Okay, so Tesla is not in a bad spot. It's in a great spot. A lot of people love it. Okay, apparently, in my opinion, okay, they're not going to let Tesla go down past this. Okay, it could come here and resist back down. I think this is going to be a major support for Tesla. So I'm going to put this box out here so we can continue to see it in the next videos. But remember, this was resistance. Okay, it could potentially continue to go up because now it is not resistance, but you might have some up here. So be careful. All right. So the market is playing games. Be careful. Okay. Don't stay in your trades too long. If you're day trading, it's obvious they're saving their money for something big. It might be after NVIDIA earnings. They might all jump in and start buying all the stocks, all the Mag 7s, the SPYs, guys, Tesla. I mean, you know, this is going to get a little wacky. So just make sure if you're day trading, make sure that you're not staying in your trades too long, guys. Measure and memorize your ATR so you know not to stay too long in your stock. All right. Don't forget, guys, $99, link below. It's a deal. Okay. It'll help answer many questions when you guys are trying to get into your stocks and out of your stocks. Until next video, wishing you a great green day tomorrow.